You know, I told you this on the side.
Yeah.
And I said, bro, like, it's best for you to be single in these years of your life so you can really grind.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't nobody going nowhere. Bella ain't going nowhere, unless a girl get a new or something. But like Bella ain't going nowhere, Brooklyn ain't going nowhere, whatever, you know, whoever you like in this moment. But get your ducks in a row first and grind and not have no restriction. It's real restrictions when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's what I be telling you guys. That's what I tell you guys. Wait, wait for these relationships. A lot of guys, they want these relationships so fast. They want these marriages so fast, not understanding that, hey, when you get into these relationships, when you get into these marriages, it is restricting, right? It is restricting. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time away from what you need to be focused on. It takes a lot of time away from grinding. It takes a lot of time away from what the work that you really should be putting in to get to where you need to be. He's right on that, but let's continue.
you gotta always consider their feelings.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't really work how you want to work.
Yeah.
And if I can tell myself something at age 22, I would tell myself not to get in a relationship because it's damn near like having a part-time job, bro.
It is. It is. And I recommend young men in general, not to really even get married and get into a relationship if that's the route that you choose to go, not until you're in your 40s, man. Honestly, until your 40s. That's when you really start to hit that peak in your life. That's when you really start to hit that time where everything is smooth selling. You've probably maxed out your earnings, right? You've probably bought your first house, probably two houses at this point. You're already into your career. You already know who you are as a man. You have your boundaries set in place. You know what kind of woman you're looking for. You know what kind of woman you want to avoid. Yeah, I recommend men not to even get seriously involved with women until they're in their 40s, man. So he is giving correct advice on this.
Yeah.
You really have to apply a lot of time and effort. Like you might be doing videos all day and your girl get an attitude when you're doing your last video, like, when you gonna take me out to eat?
Yeah.
When you gonna take me to the movies? When we gonna go on a date? And then it causes relationship problems in your real life that can affect your content. And you might get mad in the argument. You might not want to film the next day.
See, men underestimate time. Men underestimate time. Time is your greatest asset, especially when you're a young man. Time is your greatest asset. That's that time that you're putting on her, that time that you're taking her to the movies, that time that you're taking her out on dates. That could be time used for you to perfect your craft. You know, if you're a content creator, that could be time for you to be, using to create more videos, right? If you an aspiring athlete, that could be time that you can be using to get in the gym, to watch tape, what have you. If you're seeking to be a doctor or a dentist or, whatever profession, right? That could be time that you could be taking to get in deep and learn and perfect your craft and study to the best of your abilities. But when you have a woman, when you're in a relationship, it does take away from that time. And one thing women want more than anything is your time. That's why I laugh at these guys who are always clowning dudes who pay, right? All men pay in some form of fashion. Some men prefer to pay it up front with money, right? Some men are going to pay with their time. And if you ask me, I would say time is the most valuable asset that you have to lose.
Might not want to stream the next day. Might not want to go to the studio the next day, whatever. Like, so I would tell myself if I was 22, I would say, bro, just grind it out. Let a relationship happen.
Yeah.
But only happen when you feel comfortable in yourself as a man. Like,
I
would tell me, I'm gonna stop yapping after this. My last comment. I feel like you shouldn't get in a relationship until you feel like a nigga can't DM your girl and take your girl. Like if you feel like it's out there that's more lit than you, more like stable than you, that can take your girl, then you ain't working hard enough.
And this goes probably for 99.9% of men. because a lot of men are not in the best predicament right now. Especially if you're under 40, you're more than likely not in the best predicament. If you have a pretty woman, if you have a beautiful woman on your side and you're not making as much money as you believe that you should make, and you know that there are other powerful and resourceful men around you, yeah, buddy, she's going more than likely. She's going whether you know about it or not. She's going. But that's just hypergamy in a nutshell. Women are always seeking, the next high. Women are always seeking, the next opportunity. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And especially if you're at the bottom of the totem pole, you're working at Walmart, you working at, you're making your little $50,000 a year, and you got a woman that's a bona fide 7 through 9. Oh yeah, she's going. And if she's on social media, oh yeah, she's going. He's going. Now I don't necessarily know what DDG is talking about, but I mean, he's been in the game a long time now. He still is a young guy, right? He still is a young guy, and I will assume, the Little Mermaid girl that he was with probably got some high caliber A-listers in her DM. Listen, one thing men have to understand is there's always going to be somebody bigger, better, and badder. There's always going to be somebody bigger, better, and badder, no matter where you're at on the totem pole. That's just something that you're going to have to get over as a man. But as far as this whole conversation, he's dead on the point. He's dead on the money. Absolutely. If you're under the age of 40, you shouldn't even be thinking about a relationship. You shouldn't even be thinking about a marriage. You shouldn't be thinking about any of that. Stay on your grind. Stay on your purpose first, right? PMP, purpose, money, and then the pussy.